Now, here's Chief Meteorologist Tony Petrarca with your live Pinpoint Doppler 12 Futurecast.
Well, tracking big temperature swings over the next 24 hours, starting off actually pretty warm tomorrow morning, well into the 50s, only to finish the day at around 32 by late afternoon. Big temperature drop the second half of the day. Live Pinpoint Doppler 12 radar, no rain or wind yet, but you can just see the beginning stages on the lower left-hand side of your TV set. Will widen out the view here, and you can see out across Long Island, New York, actually some downpours and thunderstorms trying to develop. These are tracking off to the north and east, so we'll hear from these probably just after midnight tonight. And there's more activity back through upstate New York and Pennsylvania ahead of a strong cold front headed our way that'll increase the rain, wind, and the risk of some thunder late tonight into very early tomorrow morning. This is a fast mover. The whole thing is actually out of here by 9 o'clock tomorrow morning. 39 right now, but the temperatures will be going up, so it's cool. Winds are out of the southeast at 13. They're not strong and gusty yet, but they'll be that way later tonight into very early tomorrow morning. Again, we're not looking at something really extreme as far as severe weather like the storms we had last week, those damaging wind gusts, but we'll get some strong wind gusts and some thunderstorms and downpours. Temps now in the upper 30s in most locations. Threat tracker now still low-level green, but very late tonight into the early morning hours, meaning 5, 6, 7 a.m. Rain, wind, and some thunder. Winds gusting anywhere from 30 to 50 miles per hour at times, and some of the heavier downpours. I would say the worst of the weather in terms of rain and thunder would be from roughly 3 o'clock in the morning until about 8 a.m. But once we get to 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, the whole thing is out of here, and we start to see developing sunshine, especially during the afternoon. So the clouds streaming in. You see some precipitation well in advance of a storm system that I'm tracking now across the Great Lakes. Attached to it, a strong cold front. Out ahead of it, rain and thunder. On one side of the front, the temperatures are very mild. Now the storm will track into northern New England, so it puts us into this milder air initially overnight into early tomorrow morning, but then colder temperatures behind it will work in for the late afternoon hours. So here's the center of circulation. Initially, strong southerly winds tonight, tomorrow morning, pumping in that milder air, and then on the backside, gusty northwesterly winds will drive in some of this colder air by late day and early evening. So the big temperature swing. Even though it's warm tomorrow morning, I would still toss a warmer jacket in the back seat before you leave. You'll need it by the end of the day. Futurecast starts off at around midnight. You see some of the showers and storms coming through. This is 6 o'clock in the morning. Still some downpours. Temperatures in the mid-50s, but watch, by 8 o'clock in the morning, still getting some downpours. The strips of yellow indicating some heavier rain, but by mid-morning the whole thing is out of here. We start to cool off. Notice by the afternoon hours some developing sunshine. We're starting to clear out, and as the sun comes out, the temperature goes down. Watch, by late day, early evening, 32. So we start the day at around 55 degrees, only to finish it at 32 by 6 o'clock in the evening. Futurecast tomorrow night calling for clear skies and colder conditions. Getting real close. Take a look at the Futurecast for the overnight hours, and you can see some of the downpours that are working in by very late tonight. Starting off at 11 o'clock tonight, looking at the showers and the storms working in. Temperatures rising through the 40s. Winds are out of the southeast at around 20 to 30 miles per hour. Taking you to tomorrow morning, beginning at around 5 a.m. Still with some heavy rain and wind very early, but by 9 o'clock in the morning, it's gone. We see some developing sunshine. Temperatures initially in the 50s and then falling back into the low 30s over by late day and early evening. We're cold and dry on Thursday. Uh-oh, Shannon's shaking her head here. Light snow Friday, 36. Doesn't look serious. A storm should be a miss, but getting grazed with light snow. Weekend dries out, but it's very cool both for Saturday and Sunday.
I don't mind the snow falling, up north. I probably would like to get one more ski run in, but just not around here, Tony.
Doesn't look
all.
too significant.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Tony. No. And there's much more to come on Iowa.